Welcome back to Champion Spring, guys. Game 1's MVP was Duke, of course. A dominating performance by Gnar against Aureli in the top lane, getting like 3 solo kills and then more.
Yeah, now he is tied for #1 in that MVP, and remember that Najin hasn't won anywhere near as many games as the GE Tigers, so Duke actually taking the lion's share of the MVPs in Najin's win. He's had 4 out of 5, in fact.
He really has been an incredible top laner. Well-deserved MVPs, and so here you go. That first kill, Lilac not even getting a chance to flash.
No reaction possible, and here he is chasing Lilac around the river forever. He sees Goon coming up. There's a ping from the mid lane. And he tries to double back, forces Duke to miss his stun, but the hyper a little bit too much. He's able to hop forward and finish off with a boomerang. And then once again, Lilac tries to make a run for it through the minion wave, going the opposite direction. Gets hit by a boulder toss, and then gets hit by another boulder toss. And then
another boulder toss.
He dodges. And then he gets hit by a boulder toss and finished by caster minions.
Why not?
See, there's another flash from Duke, pushing the members of Incredible Miracle forward, allowing OQ a lot of free time to auto-attack right there. Very impressive individual performance from Duke. Easily the most dominant top lane performance, at least in the laning phase, that we've seen so far this season. And Lilac struggling on that Aurelia.
Yeah.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. I don't think that Lilac is at his best when he's trying to play these carry top laners. He's much more reliable on tanks.
Well, IM has a lot to think about going into the second game. But first, let's see if there's any roster changes. And there are. That's right. Zephyr and Pure in for OQ and Kane. Najin's like, hey, we won that last game a little bit too easily, so time to switch up the bot lane again.
Zephyr and Pure, we'll see if they can have that same presence and kill potential that OQ and Kane had. I'm going to go with probably not, but they are reliable. It's not that Zephyr and Pure are by any means poor players. It's just that it takes away a threat. Zephyr, much more of a passive player in the laning phase, just doesn't have that same playmaking impact. But you can see very high KDA. He's very safe, good at positioning, and he's managed to accrue quite a high statistic there so far this season. He has played a lot of the games that Najin has participated in so far.
Yeah, he has. And I mean, like you said, they've been solid, but we just aren't going to see the plays that we saw out of Kane and OQ. You know, we're not going to see Kane tidal waving because they see German standing in a ward and then OQ hopping over and finishing him off.
A very bold play, definitely, from OQ and Kane. And sometimes that does get them into trouble, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
Here we see Zephyr Pure all-inning Space and Mad Life on the first time Space tried to play Kalista. Both have resulted sort of in tragedy a bit, but they actually did get a win in the second game. And Space, once again, gets all in there. Zephyr does back off in the nick of time as the teleports start arriving, and Duke on that Lysandra comes in to help out his team.
Yeah.
Here is Coco in the mid lane. Pure landing a great hook onto this LeBlanc. There's a play backward with the Ignite. Easy kill pickup right there as they try to clear out a ward. Pure on to Mad Life. Goog trying to kite back with this Ahri. Gets out of the Soul Shackles. So nice little delay, and Zephyr charging forward for the double kill.
And just a full ambition over the wall there, too, by flashing during the Q. Oh, and that mission comes back in and kicks him for fun. Good stuff. Well, Zephyr and Pure certainly good, a good bot lane duo, you know, and we'll see if they're up to the challenge of getting Najin that 2-0. And again, you know, as good as Zephyr and Pure are, I'm a little bit surprised they're taking this risk because of just how important the individual game score is for Najin right now. Because again, match score-wise, by winning, they would tie themselves with IM at 2-3. If they get the 2-0, though, that would give them the tiebreaker. That would give them that edge in individual game score.
Right, and you never know at the end of the season whether having that one additional point will be the difference between going to the playoffs or not, or
exactly
even getting the difference between third and fourth place. could be huge because you don't want to play that first place team out of fourth place. Does make your road to the finals significantly more challenging.
Yeah.
Kuza backing up Zephyr this game.
Yep.
Wearing his plaid buffalo shirt today.
Nice. That's not just a plaid shirt, it's got buffaloes too.
It has nice buffalo silhouettes. Makuza's a fan of the American Southwest.
That's right. He wants the
And West, I
buffaloes
suppose
to
West
come
in
back.
general.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of buffaloes in like the Dakotas and
It's
Montana
true.
and stuff.
All over the Great Plains.
Yeah,
Coming from Colorado.
They were anyway.
Coming from Colorado, there's a buffalo farm about 30 minutes north of my hometown of Fort Collins, where I used to go. They have like 10,000 free-range buffalo there. It's pretty awesome.
It's a buffalo farm near where I grew up in Wisconsin too, actually.
So many buffalo farms.
Buffaloes everywhere.
You're missing out if you haven't had a good buffalo burger,
You
by
couldn't
the
throw
way.
a rock without hitting a buffalo in the Midwest is what we're saying. Here we go. Picks and bans for game number 2. Najin versus IM. Cassiopeia ban against Frozen, of course. Rek'Sai, the standard red side ban from IM. I've never had a buffalo burger, though.
What?
I haven't.
Have you ever eaten buffalo at all?
No, I haven't.
What?
Well, it's not a common meat.
It is around, like, it's everywhere in Colorado.
I've never even been to Colorado.
I
so
would just
there
assume you had a buffalo farm near you in Wisconsin. There would be some buffalo
They
meat.
were just for looking at. They were more like pet buffaloes.
Oh, no, this is a farm for creating
Meat
delicious
of them.
buffalo meat.
All right, I'll have to come to Colorado and eat some buffalo sometime then. Lulu banned against Lilac. Again, just taking away what they can. Against Frozen as well, too, I suppose. And there's a Cassidon ban. Not wanting Najin to have that one. Makuza, deep in thought.
So I am Lysandra Rumble LeBlanc banned last game. So they are not going to get those same bans this time around. LeBlanc banned out on the blue side, so no first pick for Najin on LeBlanc.
It's got to be a Gnar ban. They can't let Duke have this Gnar again. I would be. Well, I mean, am I wrong? What do you think?
I think that would be probably wise to remove it from the champion pool, but
Yeah.
maybe if you want to take that Janna instead and try and deal with it.
Didn't work very well last time. They'll ban the Lysandra. Okay, so we'll see what they grab. They could take the Janna. Will they take that Gnar, though?
You might as well just take the Gnar here. Duke has proved time and time again he's very strong on that champion, but his Rumble is available in this
that's
game.
true, too. You know, when someone's got that momentum going, I feel like putting them on the same champion again is a good idea.
Right, and Lilac does thrive on those more tanky top laners, and he will take it away from you more than likely.
Well, if they don't pick Gnar, I would imagine it's going to be Gnar Jarvan, the first 2 picks for IM. Okay, so they will grab that Gnar then. I would imagine.
Thinking about it, that will, of course, give the Jarvan and Janna over to IM, which more than likely will form their first round of picks here in the draft.
Don't think we're going to see the Ribbon.
Yeah, Ribbon Jungle, something we've only really seen in China. Hasn't been particularly successful as of late.
Maybe it's time for IM to get a little bit crazy. We know Tucson has the capacity to play some weird support champs, and I don't think it would be Ribbon, but, you know, maybe it's something else. Or just Janna.
Well, look at this. We may see the Renekton come in, although I don't think that's really a priority pick right now. Obviously, they're not going to be taking Renekton, but we did see Marin do well in lane.
There we go.
Yeah, Janna, Corki, but they give away the Jarvan. That could be quite painful for them.
And, ooh, are we going to see another blind pick Xerath? It is Korea.
Goong, not really known as a Xerath player, however.
No.
When Goong tries to play champions that are outside of his typical pool, I'm not really impressed by the results most of the time. I remember him trying to play Yasuo towards the end of Season 4, and it was a bit of a train wreck.
Yeah. Well, you know, I feel like Jarvan should definitely be the other pick here, no matter what they decide to go with for the mid lane, if they pick it.
Yeah, almost certainly it will be the Jarvan grab. Watch has pretty much only played Lee and Jarvan this season. And the clock is ticking down. Will Xerath actually come into play here for Najin? It will.
Yep. Well, we'll see how it goes. This is that Fakar pick, but a little bit too late now that Jen has already picked up. You No,
Frozen
Lux
contemplating his Lux. That is a very big pocket pick for Frozen. He
Yeah.
has demonstrated some pretty insane skill, but
He had a
still,
huge game on Lux
still
once.
really risky given the engage potential into the backline that Najin already has. Instead, they will pick the safer Lee Sin and the Rumble, actually, for Lilac. So a losing matchup for Rumble up against the Gnar.
Interesting. We'll have to see if they have a lane swap planned possibly then. So
Well,
the bot lane.
with Corki, they're hoping that they can get a successful lane swap in. Because the thing is here, if Zephyr plays Sivir, then if IM successfully lane swaps, then they dodge both dangers while still getting the Corki rolling early on. And if Najin plays Tristana and they lane swap, well, you're not really worried as much about Zephyr free farming on Tristana compared to OQ.
Yeah, sure.
Zephyr's played Tristana, but just not to the same level of skill that we've seen from OQ. So he's just, Tristana less of a threat, a scaling AD less of a threat in Zephyr's hands.
Okay. And I would be less surprised to see Zephyr go with the Sivir here. But Zyra would be very interesting for Pure. So would Karma. Wow, he's going to lock it in.
All right, Sivir
Interesting.
Karma.
This team
Bully
is going
lane.
to be very fast.
Huge bully lane. Yeah, very fast team, but
Yeah.
also massive poke lane. So they're kind of all inning on the laning phase right here. If Najin gets standard lanes, if it's all going to be about the warding at level 1 and who can get the lanes they want, because it's looking pretty scary for Najin. Corki and John are going to have a really, really hard time against the Karma Sivir poke.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what the mid lane choice is now for Incredible Miracle. What would you possibly pick to go against something like this? Would a Syndra be appropriate?
Yes.
All right. You get the knockback. They're going to need a little bit of disengage.
Big, big investment into the mid game, however.
Yeah.
Syndra, Rumble, Corki going to be extremely strong in team fights early on. And they could instead go for lane Ezreal. Very interesting.
Feels a bit safer, doesn't it?
Very safe indeed
Yeah.
for farming. Still really great. Oh, all right, there we go.
All right.
So Goong really going to have to show off how good his Xerath play is.
Yeah. Wow, and you know, Najin just straight up picked right down the rolls with their picks this game.
Yep. So very interesting stuff. Najin gets that Narvin combo again. They acquire the Xerath, and interestingly, our first support Karma of this brand new Champion Spring season.
Yeah, I haven't seen Karma for a while. It's cool. She's definitely a good champion. Definitely a lot of poke in that lane.
And there we go. Our lineup for tonight. Najin looking to win in a more late game scenario, and IM have a chance with their team composition to really take a big lead here early on. They've got that Ahri. If you can get her to 6 and get a trade, get a kill onto Xerath, you're going to be in really, really good shape.
Yeah.
They've got some nice siege, should be able to push down towers fairly easily.
Well, we'll see what they can do. Again, you know, win here would be big. Najin not wanting to go 1-4 in champions.
Yeah, this is definitely a big moment for Najin. A 2-0 for them would be huge tonight. IM,
That's the thing too. Is the 2-0 is really necessary as well.
yeah, IM they've won 2 matches in a row at this point with the
That's right.
upset against Jin Air, so they want to keep their momentum going as well.
Can they make the comeback? Let's find out. All right, here we go. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Najin EM Fire versus Incredible Miracle. Najin going for a 2-0 in a season that has been a bit disappointing so far, but one they could certainly turn around, as they demonstrated in Game 1.
Well, in their wins, they have just looked so strong.
Yeah.
And I like that we have a difference here in
We've
terms of pure. Man, this Q hurts so much from Karma early in the game.
Yeah.
This is very important for Sunstar and Tucson to dodge.
Well, Spell Thief's Edge as well just makes Karma the poking champion.
Should be very fun to watch too, like you're saying. The ultra speed
Yep.
in the late game.
Well, it's going to really help, too. The Mantrid E onto Xerath is going to really give Goong a lot of mobility and keep him safe during team fights.
Indeed it will. And provide some extra shield also in case Xerath does get jumped on by Ahri, which of course will be Frozen's attack of choice.
Yep.
For sure. Trying to get that flank, trying to come in from the side and kill Goong before he can start laying down some consistent damage from range.
Yep.
Okay, looks like we are going to have standard lanes. Wards inside the lanes, everybody trying to see where that duo will be heading at first.
Yep.
Oh man, this is really not good. Duke, of course, starting with the longsword just for some extra harassment on that melee Rumble. Rumble not really able to do much against Dinar. Najin gets what they want. Sunstar and Tucson have to make this work. Zephyr and Pure starting to auto those minions. Already taking a Q onto the back line just to hit that level 2 as fast as possible.
Yeah, dodging a lot of the skill shots too, and wow, already chunking out Tucson big time. Again, that Mantrid Q is going to hit, it's going to hurt really badly, and Pure just really doing a good job of putting the pressure on. Man, look at that poke. I'm going to go home and play some Karma.
Karma really not the best support late in the game. She offers a lot less utility than most champions.
Yeah, you don't do a lot of damage then.
It's designed to snowball your lane really hard right off the bat to get a big advantage. And that's exactly what Najin are going to get. Level 2 already. Sunstar trying to walk up with the shield. No longer able to really compete. They do find themselves a minion back. 1 minion away from 2.
Yep.
And there it goes.
Oh, Pure warding the river there just to stay safe from any sort of early wisdom shenanigans.
Well, they're just going to keep pushing right now. Goong playing aggressively like you should. Trying to deny Frozen some CS, give him that little bit of harassment. Nice little combo there.
Yep.
Frozen again, starting with the Flask. Now, this is pretty common in this matchup. Again, it's just about surviving until you hit 6, where your jumper can help you get that kill.
Whoa, that damage on the Sunstar.
Yeah, late shield there as well, so Sunstar takes it straight to the face.
Oh, Wisdom.
Here
He's
he
going to
comes.
take it to the back line to
Clever.
see if he can jump onto Pure and Zephyr here. Pure and Zephyr, they have no idea this is coming.
I think they do now.
Boy, yep, now they know. Sunstar Valkyrieing in, getting some damage down onto Zephyr. Wisdom waiting for it, trying to get that slow. Zephyr is okay for now, and so they do manage to push Zephyr and Pure back.
Just a flash burned, however.
Zephyr flashing, but that's about it. And so a little bit of a win for IM.
Najin will take this time, though, just to recall.
Yeah.
Longsword coming out. Oh, man, Zephyr's really all-inning. He's going to go for that Brutalizer.
I guess so.
Again in this game. Now, we saw that in our first series of the night. It wasn't great.
You can see Pure, too, just picking up some pots and wards as well, just making sure that that doesn't happen again. And also giving himself plenty of mana to poke with.
Right, just go ahead, put the pink ward into the tri-brush. Watch with a little bit of a steal right there.
Whoa, flash charm, and Watch has to flash to dodge it. The Q comes in, though, from Wisdom. Gets knocked up, though, and Watch makes it out.
Nice try. Yeah. I mean, going for the Raptors right there. If you see that gank coming in bottom, try and deny the enemy jungler something. But Tucson recalling at the same time as the duo of Najin. Didn't expect the Janna to be there as well.
Do you think this is going to lead to possibly some ganks onto Frozen in the mid lane now that his flash is down? Never mind. Gank onto Goong right off the bat. Goong needs to back off here. Wisdom comes in.
Gets stunned.
Yeah, gets slowed down. Goong taking some damage. Hasn't.
Had to use his heal.
Yeah.
Didn't have to use his flash, though. That is the more critical ability. And meanwhile, as Janna roams around the map, Zephyr and Pure continue to get some skill shots.
Whoa, Lilac may be in a bit of trouble here. Watch coming in, waiting for it. Lilac taking a lot of damage, hasn't flashed yet. There's a flash, dodges a combo, but still taking too much damage. Duke comes in, a little bit of a shield though. Can Rumble actually survive this? Duke is gonna flash for this one. And what in the world? Duke thought he had the kill. Another shield. Lilac may actually escape. No, he won't.
Watch was just waiting to see if Duke could get that kill. A little bit of a weird sidestep there from Duke.
That was strange.
Watch has to take it, even after Duke uses flash to try and secure it. Lilac having a tough day up in that top side.
Yeah, well, getting a kill onto Watch early on isn't the worst thing ever, giving him that first blood gold. But it will mean that Duke can't snowball quite as hard as he would have been otherwise. He's already 10 CS up, though.
All right, Lee Sin going to be going for the Krugs on the other side. Wisdom.
Oh, here we
Doing
go again.
A little bit of denial. Najin should know that he's over there, however.
Well, he's doing a good job of avoiding that ward, actually. By standing where he's standing, he's not visible by the pink and try. So when he comes in, Najin's not going to have much of a time to respond. There we go, coming back now. Pure taking some damage. No real problem, though.
Yeah, good reaction. They knew exactly where he could be at that time.
Well, they were watching. They were ready.
Lilac now returning topside to farm, trying to get that Seeker's arm guard as his first item. Meanwhile, Duke's going to come back into lane with a Hex Drinker. It's going to be quite painful.
Yeah, makes sense.
For Lilac, there is a
Watch coming
spell
down.
shield. Sonstar has to Valk. Watch.
There weren't even any wards there. I am just got scared.
Well, I mean, if you have your P-bomb spell shielded, you're not winning that trade any longer if Sipper walks up to you. So go ahead and use the Valkyrie just so you don't take damage for free.
Sure enough.
Duke just harassing away, trying to get the lane to push back for him. This will give Watch another chance to gank, particularly once he hits 6.
Yeah. Goon continuing to poke out Frozen, but he is getting a little bit low on mana.
It's that scary time. Frozen level 6. Each player with a codex so far. Frozen actually doing a very good job of continuing to keep up and farm with Goon. Lilac trying to get some deep wards down. He now has vision of every pretty much angle that, no, actually just every angle that Watch could feasibly come from in this game, even around the back of Baron Pit. So he will not be.
Well, there's the ultimate use onto Lilac. Lilac has his own as well. He is level 6.
He's
but
overheated.
Duke,
oh, wow.
Duke just let him go. The
Duke didn't know.
Duke.
Duke didn't know where
I
the
guess so.
jungler was, so he could have been a little bit uneasy about going all in.
I suppose that's true.
Handoff. Over to Goong. Easy enough.
Yeah. Oh, Frozen waiting, though. They've got the ward. There's a charm on the Goong. Frozen not able to really follow that up, though.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really have much to go on that. He doesn't have very many items yet.
For all he knew, Watch could have been right behind Goong, so.
Well, he did see Watch at blue, so probably pretty unlikely that Watch would be there, but.
You don't think there's a chance he'd followed Goong back to lane?
Well, he would have had to EQ over the back of the blue wall, and so then he wouldn't have any knockup.
So you're saying it's possible.
Just pretty ineffective, yes.
Sonstar getting a little bit of poke onto Pure. And blue buff will get handed over to Frozen now. Eventually. There we go. Nice wards.
Yeah, they're really doing some work right here, but all things considered, Sonstar's still up in CS.
Yeah.
Sonstar has yet to recall, though, and I think one of the main issues right now is if he recalls, that turret's going to take an epic amount of damage.
Yeah. Here we go. Meganar coming in again. Lilac gets stunned. No ult for Duke, though, so he does have to be a bit careful, taking a lot of return damage, actually, from Lilac.
Watch and Wisdom about to mix it up in the jungle. Q misses. He backs out. He sees Frozen right on that pink ward.
Yeah, got to be careful with that. Poke coming in from Goong. And Tucson Road taken up. It looks like IM may want to be trying for a dragon here. Lilac very low, though.
Yeah, Lilac too low. Also, they don't have control over the bottom wave, and Corki has yet to recall to buy any items, so taking a dragon right now would be extraordinarily risky. And instead, we'll see how much damage Zephyr can get onto it. Just a ult right there to clear out the minion wave to prevent Duke from pushing forward.
Yep, they will both recall. See what the buys are. Lilac probably going to finish that haunting, guys, and he will.
One thing I will say about Incredible Miracle is in their last 2 matches against Najin and Janair, they have had very good vision over the enemy jungler at nearly all times. Wisdom and Tucson have done a lot of work to get him deep.
Goong getting knocked up. There's a flash charm onto Goong. He could be in trouble. Flashes himself as well. Misses a stun onto Frozen. But Cataclysm Watch coming in. They get the kill, and somehow, some way, Goong survives. Getting a bit of damage onto Wisdom on the way out. Duke came down with the teleport as well, yeah.
Oh, he failed the hop.
You can't hop over that wall, Duke. I don't think you can anyway.
Just kind of jumped in place.
Yeah.
Jumped for joy.
Yay.
At the death of Frozen, who tried to all-in Goong right there,
Goong
but
lived.
Karma coming in the nick of time. Pure with a great save onto his mid laner. First
Good
off,
setup by
Tucson,
Tucson.
very good setup. Frozen, another flash charm, gets the damage down. There's the W. Here's the all-in. Goong flashes in return, misses his stun. Watch comes in over the pit, and look at that. Pure flashes to save Goong right there
Very
and
nice.
chase Wisdom away. And then Goong. Hooray!
Nope, doesn't work that way. Sorry, Duke. Oh well.
It was
a nice
more.
try.
It was more of a taunt at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, he's got the Giant's belt. He picked that up on his last back now. So really able to tangle with this Rumble quite effectively. Zephyr has his BF sword now as well.
Carmen just yelling stuff while she shoots
Yep.
energy at the opponent.
This isn't even my final form.
I wonder if all Riot's champions this game. Seems like every time they make one, it's just like all these champions just yell stuff now all the time, especially Super Galaxy Rumble, the
That's
most
true.
annoying skin in the universe. Have you ever considered
Yeah.
that by the time Riot remakes all of the champions or continues to put out skins, that literally it's just going to be 10 champions just yelling junk on the Rift all the time?
Could
I feel
be.
like this is actually a very big mistake from Riot that's going to make the game unbearable to play.
I think that's
You know
a
what?
good point actually to bring up, yeah.
You know
That's
what
a little
I want?
terrifying.
I
What?
want an option that turns off crap that
Oh.
champions yell.
Pure gets a stun on the Sonstar here. He could be in a little bit of trouble. Zephyr comes in. Used his ult there, actually. But I agree. I think turn off champion voices is going to inevitably be an option someday. It'll
We
come
try
out
and cast over it. It's just like
Yeah.
everybody just yelling junk all the time.
coming right after replays.
Because I do like it the way it is right now because it's only a few champions, but I've been noticing that the number as they continue to rework things, like Sivir,
Yeah, that's true.
it just keeps getting more and more and more.
Or
which
at
is kind
least
of
if they're
cluttered.
going to keep doing it, let me come in and do some voices. Yeah, that would make it all better.
Listen to Doe all the time.
Huh, huh, huh.
Bloodthirsty.
Oh, baby. There's a turret.
Jawsome.
Awesome. That's right. Tubular. Yep, that'd be sexy, wouldn't it?
That's not the word I would use, but sure,
Yeah.
we'll go with it.
Sure would be.
GFG
do.
finished on Frozen already.
Okay. Ready to try to do some damage, but Najin going to be able to take this dragon.
Right after the turret, too. So
Yep.
Najin once more dominating the early game. Not much of a surprise. They got the lanes they wanted. We talked about this being very dangerous for Incredible Miracle coming in. That Karma is there to poke and to push. Succeeded in the mission. Now they got 2 objectives based off of the skill shots landed from the Karma pickup.
Yeah.
And looks like it was just Longsword, so I guess Zephyr only had enough money and didn't want to build Blade. I'm actually glad we're not saying that Brutalizer again. I think that delays your build too much on this Sivir pick. Also, early Zerker Greaves for Zephyr. That's just great for pushing. I mean, we see a lot of
Yeah.
players sometimes get level 2 boots faster on Caitlyn as well, just as a fast push technique.
Yep.
If you're winning your lane really hard, it's a great way to snowball.
Gives you more autos to trade with as well.
Yeah, but you can take down turrets much faster with those Berserker
Yeah.
Greaves.
Oh, Duke doing a lot of damage to Lilac. He's going in. Lilac has the ultimate, but barely gets it off in time before Duke kills him. And Duke, living, no problem at all. Just pops that Hex Drinker. Or it gets popped for him, rather. It's okay.
It's not Lilac's day, it seems.
No.
He's been playing so well recently, so just an off day, I should think.
Really off day.
Duke didn't even have Ignite, didn't have Meganar right there, didn't have to use his ult, still solo kills him.
Yeah.
And yes, it is a tough matchup, but that's not something that should be happening.
Lilac using that teleport. Why not? Dragon was just taken, so he's not going to need it, presumably for a little while anyway.
Yeah, he really needs that CS as well, so he doesn't continue to fall further behind the curve. Goong is playing fetch with the wolf. There you go.
Get it, boy. Oh. You don't want to catch, like, energy bursts
Apparently the double-headed wolf does. Eats energy bursts for breakfast.
Stupid wolf.
Dumb things dogs eat. I know that's your favorite game these days, Dara.
Oh man, my dog is eating the dumbest stuff. Holy cow. Like, she chews her plastic toys apart and then eats, like, swallows part of it? I don't get it. It's not food. She had an IV in her arm from when I got her spayed, and she ate that. Don't worry, it made an appearance later.
I'm glad to hear that.
The joys of dog ownership.
Just straight through the system, huh?
Yeah. Well, sort of.
We won't go into detail.
Yeah, that's right. Either way, she's great. Oh, watch. Not taking care of his pet wrist scuttler very well. Oh, Q lands, but Wisdom not going to go for it. Nope.
Probably smart. Even without Goong there.
Yeah.
Pure coming around the side. Sonstar still trying to farm out this lane as best as he can. And really, props to Sonstar for how well he's done in a very tough lane, at least in terms of CS. Couldn't quite keep his tower from getting whittled down ever so slowly.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, just because you lose your tower doesn't mean you're going to lose the game, or even that you've lost lane, technically.
Frozen here, lurking in the side.
Yeah.
Just trying to long-range farm the caster minions.
Wisdom's got a new partner on the force named Frozen.
Watch. We'll find Wisdom with a ward quite quickly, and Pure firing a Q salvo over the wall, but not actually hit much right there.
All right. Oh, Duke is Meganar again. Does that mean Lilac's going to die? Nope, not this time.
Pretty sure Lilac is now just traumatized by Meganar.
I would be too. It's like one of those. Oh, they're going to go in onto Goong.
Nice stuff.
Wisdom gets stunned. Yeah, Goong able to force him away. And Watch was going to go in, got knocked up in the whirlwind. They trapped Tucson for the moment. They forced the flash.
Oh.
And that last hit from the ultimate, not quite enough for Goong.
Tucson lived because he popped that potion.
Yeah.
While he was running away. So very narrow escape for Tucson. But
meanwhile, Lilac actually got poked very heavily, or chunked down very heavily by Duke, I would say.
Well, not too surprising given how things are going so far. Lilac opting to get the Tier 2 boots alongside.
He's trying to get any damage he can on the Duke, I suppose.
Well, I mean, you're not really going to be able to kill this Narb so much. Maybe prevent it to dive with it. But he probably just didn't have enough. Well, he probably actually did have enough cash to get to finish off a Seeker's Arm Guard, but he turned his Amp Tome into the Haunting guy, so no.
Yeah.
Just wanted to get something in lane, not leave his gold in the bank.
Dragging up in about 40. I am trying to set up some vision to get ready for that, but Najin is definitely aware of what's going on. It looks like Zeph is going to push up bot lane and then probably join them fairly soon. Oh, Duke going in again! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is definitely not Lilac's day.
This
wow.
is just a massacre. I mean, I can't believe how much work Duke is doing with his Gnar in the 1v1. This is just getting absolutely disgusting to watch.
Again, like you said before, we haven't seen top lane domination like this since like Flame back in the day.
It's pretty bad.
And there goes the lane. There goes the turret too. Duke has once again destroyed Lilac in lane.
And there's no reprieve from this either. I mean, this composition that IM has isn't going to be one that will gracefully deal with this very tanky Gnar, who is now building into that magic resistance that he will so desperately need. I mean, he's went for the Randuins early just for the slow, but now, as he comes up against IM with double AP and a Corki, the more MR he builds, it's just going to be lights out here.
Oh, man.
In favor of Najin.
I almost thought they were going to catch him coming through that brush. Oh, the ultimate used by Goong. Oh, he misses with that Q.
Oh,
so close.
Empowered Q right there from Karma. Can't quite land onto Wisdom. Another near kill for Goong. Goong doing a good job with his Zerath accuracy this game.
They can turn right onto Dragon, too, with Wisdom poked out like that. It's going to be a second Dragon for Najin. Not bad. And now the turn right around to mid lane. Looks like they want to take that turret as well and complete their destruction of all 3 outer turrets.
They're really running away with this one.
Yeah, again.
And I'm a bit surprised. Normally we don't see Goong debut new champions to this degree of success.
Yeah.
But he's doing a fantastic job on this mid lane Xerath. And we'll see it.
Yeah. Well, Najin also doing a good job of supporting him as well. You know, we've really learned this lately that you can blind pick that Xerath if you're willing to build a comp that can protect him.
Right. And also, a lot of pressure kept off Goong this game because of how well his top and bottom lanes were doing.
That too,
I mean,
yeah.
Wisdom, you could see, was very focused on trying to deal with the Sivir Karma, which you can't blame him for, because if he shuts Karma down, Karma is useless forever.
Yeah.
Right? That's her sole purpose, is to destroy laning phase and try and get an early tower. Now, they accomplished that due to Zephyr and Pure having some good wards and being aware that Lee Sin could be there, and the timings at which he would appear in that bottom lane. They tried to make plays onto Goong as well, but Goong hit some nice stuns, and really they should have killed Goong in the mid lane as well.
Watch really low on these Krugs.
It was really just, I think, fortuitous timing for Najin that on Frozen's all in, Pure and Watch happened to be there to turn it around, because that was very nearly a pretty easy kill for Incredible Miracle.
Well, Duke managed to actually kill the tier 2 turret by himself in top lane last game, and he's starting to get closer to that as well this time too.
I am. Again, great wards though. Every time I look at this team, they have fantastic wards in the enemy jungle. This is definitely a strength that they've cultivated since the start of the season. Sunstar very comfortable and safe in terms of actually getting that turret right there. Wisdom and Tucson in good positions to defend him if necessary, as well as to relay the necessary information and delay people from getting to that objective. So there are some upsides here to Incredible Miracle. Their team play is certainly much stronger than it used to be. It's just right now they are getting devastated in lane.
I mean, when you compare IM to a team like Samsung, you know, you can say IM is clearly objectively a much better team.
Yes.
So it's not like, you know, losing to Najin even this badly is too terrible for IM. They're improving over time. Oh, Frozen getting poked. Third one connects as well.
Just want to get him out of lane if at all possible. Take this last remaining turret. And the scary thing is, this should be IM's power spike. You know, this is where they should be sieging all these turrets, but unfortunately they're just too far behind at this stage.
Yep.
They've got one tower, but that's it. Duke just being annoying on the periphery, tossing out some boomerangs to slow Lilac up, continue his Gnar headache that he has been suffering from in this series.
And Najin getting some time to go back and buy. Everything going their way so far.
Yes, certainly looking quite comfortable to this stage. Lilac has to farm out Krugs because he's too scared to actually go into lane, and who can blame him?
Yeah. You know, once again, he's died 3 times. Twice in Duke solo, and then once with a little bit of help.
Here we go. Sunstar putting out some decent pressure,
Yeah.
but that'll be cleared out by Goong pretty quickly. He's a bit afraid of where Ahri could be lurking right now, but Ahri actually just going to farm out the bottom lane. Keep on trying to move towards that death cap. Get the AP necessary. We do see Goong already finished that item.
And Frozen's damage is starting to get pretty scary, but, you know, will he ever be able to get in onto anyone from Najin? That's the question. Dragging up in about a minute 40 now.
Najin looking for number 3 in rapid succession.
Yep. Pretty much as fast as you can do it.
Now, as the blue buff is handed off to Frozen, Najin very decisively moving up the mid lane. Sunstar trying to get some poke in from the side, but quick wards dropped in that brush to make sure he can't get any more free missile barrages over the wall.
Yep.
As well as start setting up for this dragon a little bit early. IM has lost their wards now on the bottom side as a couple minutes have passed, and this is pretty convincing vision control for Najin rather, as we move into this third dragon of the game.
Yeah, they've got all their lanes pushed. I mean, Zeph is down in bot, able to come to that dragon very easily. Duke can teleport down. Goong Watch and Pure all in position already. Can even make a pick too with Goong's damage.
Here we go. Duke just continuing to split push. He's trying to save up his Fury right there so that he has a chance to use it in case a fight breaks out.
Whoa, Wisdom just getting poked really, really hard. Can they get it with the ult? Not quite. We'll see. Oh, it wasn't quite enough. Wisdom probably less than 100 health there, I'm guessing.
Wow.
Yeah, he was.
Another ult from Goong that is just a hair away from securing a kill, the third one so far.
Well, 10 seconds before Dragon, though, is a good time to get that close. If you're not going to kill him, might as well push them out of a contest for Dragon.
They're still going for kills right here, though. They don't
so.
want to commit to this. I think they should just do the Dragon. Gnar is taking the red buff right now. He will succeed in stealing that away from IM. So Dragon and red to Najin. They just continue to roll here. Looks like IM not having a lot of chance to come back into this game. When you start getting dominated on both sides of the map at the same time, there's not a lot of hope anymore. You have to be able to take something in return. Yeah,
once again, we're seeing Najin play this out really methodically, too. Not really giving IM any room. And this first pick Xerath for Goong may actually work. What do you know?
What do you know? But
what do you know?
At the same time, again, he did have a lot of help from the side lanes this game.
Yeah.
They picked a composition that is quite good at relieving pressure from the Xerath. And even if Xerath does die, he's going to get some global gold from some turrets, especially in that bottom lane with Sivir and Karma. I think the big mistake here was I am not attempting a lane swap because basically they bought themselves 2 losing lanes. And really 3 losing lanes pre-6 with Goong harassing Ahri very heavily.
That is not a smart purchase. I would return that one. Of course, knowing me, I probably wouldn't keep the receipts.
Blue buff over to Goong once again. Sonstar trying to get just that little bit more damage.
Oh, Wisdom getting caught again. And that is not going to be something that Lee Sin can escape from. Another kill for Goong. Didn't even need the ult that time.
Frozen attempting to split push.
Yeah,
trying to bait somebody. Uh-oh. Oh, Zephyr. He's looking for Ahri. Doesn't see her. He's still scared, as well he should be.
Yep.
And if he doesn't see Ahri at the bottom side, there's no reason to walk down there and maybe die.
Yeah, they can just stay in
turret. The turret will clean it up anyway.
Yep. Yeah, might as well just put the pressure on the mid lane. Keep controlling your enemy's jungle as much as you can.
Frozen being annoying, though. Just staying down there. Zephyr will recall. He's not going to take the dangerous road through the dark, unwarded jungle. Instead, will happily stay underneath the gentle protection of his turrets.
Not really much gentle about it, really. It's kind of like a...
Gentle to him.
It's gentle to him. It puts a shield around him. Okay. Kind of hugs him.
Hugs him with turret shields. They're such a loving bunch, these towers. Tier 2, way better than Tier 1.
Oh, yeah. Tier 1 just kind of shoots stuff. Doesn't really help you.
Oh, Goong didn't get the last caster minion right there, but a shield.
Oh, he's just going to try to poke Sonstar again. And we'll see if that results in possibly a mid lane turret for Najin now.
Well, they've got enough time that they should be able to regroup. Maybe this Tier 2 and bottom side, though. Frozen trying to get around, but with Watch there also.
All right, yeah, looks like they might be. Oh, not quite. Well, there's a shield. Yeah.
That's a lot of damage down onto that tower in just a few auto attacks. Every little bit helps. Najin just kind of strangling the life out of the Incredible Miracle right now, tightening around the map like a python.
Like a Cassiopeia.
She mostly just shoots venom. Cassiopeia is one of those venomous snakes, not a strangling snake.
Oh, blue buff knocked up, and Goong manages to grab that one.
Pure,
actually. Oh, actually, Pure grabbed it. I thought I saw her on Goong.
Yeah, nope. Has the Q, does secure the blue buff. Another little edge for Najin, just taking away these buffs one by one. And Duke, unrelenting pressure on the top side. Surprising he doesn't even have a Sunfire cape. I mean, not a great item to buy in this game. What's surprising is that he's able to push so effectively without one.
Yeah. You know Cassiopeia was Katarina's sister?
I did
still
know
is. So I know because you read the lore a lot.
I do. I love the lore. It's the
Right.
best.
You know, Cassiopeia was like, she was the son of a Noxian nobleman, and then she was all like,
The
I'm going to
son,
seduce
huh?
all these. Yeah, with daughter, I mean, my bad.
I was
What-
like, did she get a sex change along with the snake change? She's like,
we
you know,
don't technically
I
know the
really-
gender of the snake, I suppose.
No, she's definitely female now.
Okay.
There's
Don't
some
know.
very prominent female features that you may have missed, Noah.
I might have to go back and reread the lore.
But coming into that one, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna. I want to be a snake now. So you know, the son at first is like, well, if I'm gonna make the snake change, might as well go for the whole work. The sex change as well, species and gender all at once. Let's do it. The big op.
That crazy Shurima magic. Yep. Well, that was a great story. Thanks for helping me out with that one.
I like my version better than the Riot version.
It's certainly more progressive.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's the story of Cassiopeia. Now you know. Who says our show isn't educational, huh?
Good guy, Riot.
Yep.
Trying to bring more attention to transgender issues
There you go.
and trans species issues.
That's right. It all began with Ezreal, and now moving on to Cassiopeia. Yep. Well, Najin just kind of doing the controlling the enemy jungle thing, and the killing of the wisdom thing. Oh, splashes out, kicks away Watch, and he's gonna live.
Look at the timing from this on Najin. Goong
Right
has
before the
used his
dragon
ult
again, yeah.
so well this game. And yeah, he hasn't gotten those kills, but man, has he been efficient in controlling objectives. Dragon is live. Looks like IM decides they don't even remotely want to fight this one. Instead, push up the mid lane. Goong and Pure get their fourth dragon now of the match.
Yeah, man, it has been so good the way they've been able to catch Wisdom or catch somebody and just almost destroy them right before the dragon. So Duke is unafraid of anything. Here we go. Looks like Lilac's going to slow some people down a little bit too soon with the ult. They will get the kill onto Watch, actually, but Duke coming in with an ult onto Sunstorm. No one really to follow up, though. Goong has to back away. A bit of a disjointed engage from Najin, and they get the dragon, but they're not going to really get any kills afterwards, I guess.
Well, as disappointing as Lilac has been in lane, he actually did a very good job of zoning out Zephyr and preventing him from getting back onto the carry set fight. Great equalizer drop straight into his zone.
Duke, it is time to pay for your crimes. Goodbye. And so they're going to get a turn out of this too, probably.
He was wanted for the murder of Rumble.
Oh, Goong got killed too throughout all that, I just noticed as well.
Wow,
Where did he die?
I guess Frozen killed him, actually.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's find out.
Yep.
Yeah, just evaporated with that charm into the combo with DFG, and now I am going for this Baron, and only Pure is nearby. Incredible miracle, able to channel a couple kills, a turret, and now a Baron.
That was very well done by IM. They
No
took
kidding.
a team fight, won it decisively, had the good zones, and then cleaned it up after as well. And Najin just super cocky. Instead of going back to base, Watch actually gets the blue buff right there. But instead of going back to base, they give 2 kills over. Frozen all letting Goong. Goong has to be careful. He can't just stick around like he's used to. Goong is the one who's normally playing the assassins who do that. So I think he's a bit overconfident in where he can be on the map. You have to play Xerath very scared all the time.
Now he knows what it feels like. There you go, Goong, a taste of your own medicine. Oh, there we go. That wolf is not good at catching anything. Lee Sin tried to play fetch with the Q. And nope. Can't catch a sonic wave. It's made of sound. Can't physically grab it.
Certainly can't.
Nope.
So Aegis now onto Duke again. This will be very helpful for his team.
Nice wards.
Tons of wards again
yeah.
for Incredible Miracle. Oops, a little bit of a miscommunication between Wisdom and Tucson right there.
They just really want that vision.
They're just of the same mind. They're linked now.
I guess so.
They're linked on the map, always roaming together.
It's like a Jaeger from Pacific Rim, you know. One of them's the left brain, one of them's the right brain.
Except they're actually just controlling two different champions instead of one.
Yeah, so, it's like the next step.
So nothing like it, in fact.
Well, except they put wards down right next to each other. Didn't you see that part? Neural link established. They're drift compatible.
Are they?
They are. It's Tucson and Wisdom. Come on, we know this already. If there was a Jaeger, Wisdom and Tucson would pilot it.
That's true. They are the closest thing to being drift compatible that we have here in Korea.
Yeah. It's true. Well, the game of it's a similar thing happened last game too, where Najin got cocky, made a big mistake, lost a team fight.
We'll have to be
prolonged
careful.
The game a bit more, but this one is, the IM has a bit more of a chance to turn this one around if Najin doesn't tighten things up a bit.
IM really played that out well.
And Zephyr pops that ultimate, has to get away. He escapes, but kind of another one of those occurrences where Najin needs to be really careful here.
They still have Goong to wave clear, though. They're not going to be too worried about holding on to these towers, even with the Baron buff on the enemy team. IM not really able to turn this into a whole lot. Nar continuing to farm up in all of the lanes. Najin playing cautiously, playing defensively. Duke will get knocked up.
Yeah, Mega Nar is his way out of there, though.
Yeah, his veil cleared by the W.
Yep.
And that's about it so far. They're just going to patiently wait. Baron buff is gone.
Yep.
And Dragon number 5, guess what? It may be in the works for Najin.
Yeah, this time, though, IM has used this Baron buff to get a lot of really good vision into Najin's jungle. It's going to be a lot harder for Najin to find someone to poke out before this dragon, I think.
Well, they have a minute 20 to establish some presence.
They do.
In the river, so they've got that. And they also have some pretty insane wave clear right here, as we can see from Goong and Zephyr. Now they will...
Got a lot of wards to clear, though.
Certainly do. Watch with a veil. That's going to be very helpful. Their front line just unable to get instantly charmed.
Yep.
There, they find Frozen in the brush. Lenses going down left and right.
Sunstar went back. If Najin can figure this out, they could just go all in, but I don't think that's going to happen. They're not going to know.
Very risky for Sunstar.
Yeah.
But they feel confident. He will be back by the time the dragon actually spawns. And so not too much punishment going to result right there. Yep. Nice split around the tornado as it spins into the brush.
They could make a play onto Zephyr here if they dodge back into the river, but with no vision, they can't really do it. Here we go, though. Najin coming in. Lilac, where's that equalizer? He may have to use that defensively. Watching Wisdom just trading blows.
IM wants to threaten the mid lane, but frankly, Najin will be perfectly happy with trading a tier 2 turret for Dragon number 5.
Oh boy, here we go. Najin's starting that dragon, but I think they're going to disengage pretty quickly. We'll see if they can poke it out. Lilac has to do something here. Oh, he gets poked pretty hard, though. Oh, they managed to get the kill onto Duke, though. Watch flashes out of his own cataclysm. Dragon taken by Zephyr, though. That's 5 dragon stacks, but Najin needs to get away alive if they want to use him. Wisdom, he's going to be stunned by Pure, but Pure still taking a lot of damage. They may get the kill there. Zephyr on the run as well. Goong held up. I don't think he's going to make it out of this one. And so even with that 5th dragon, only Zephyr and Pure get to use it.
Again, living with just a tiny amount of health. Goong has gotten a bit unlucky, I feel.
Yeah, he really has.
In this game, it seems like at least one of those kills would have gone his way.
He could easily have like 4 or 5 more kills right now.
First off, Duke goes in. And he gets struck. I don't know why Watch goes in right here. Now they don't have the smite of the dragon anymore, and it becomes very nearly a dragon taken by Wisdom. That was a really poor engage from Najin, and that cost them a lot of deaths and a tier 2 tower.
Well, Najin's getting lazy, and ladies and gentlemen, this is how you throw a game.
Yeah, pretty much. But you have to give them some credit as well. They're doing a good job of picking up the pieces here.
Yeah, I mean, they're using what Najin is giving them, that's for sure.
They are being very decisive, especially their kills onto Frozen and Duke were quite good. And now, Najin marching forward.
Yeah.
And the 5-stack's still up, remember. It isn't cleared by this death, so they're still very powerful at the moment, and they will have those 5 stacks.
I don't know. Watch
during the Baron.
I don't seem to see it on Watch.
You can see it on Gnar. Yeah, it says 5 when they've selected him right there in the bottom left.
It's really kind of hard to see on some of these champions.
So, will they make a Baron attempt right now? Najin, after losing that dragon fight. But Najin still with a, I mean, yes, they're down in gold, but these 5 dragons are doing far more than that 4K gold.
Yeah.
At this late stage of the game, they'll hide in a brush for just a moment there, get some decent poke down. Rocket will not find its mark. Baron is live.
See if Najin turns around on it.
Iam's already been pretty heavily poked out. Frozen wants to get into the back line, but Najin not baited into walking into the mid lane right now.
Yeah.
Very happy in the river, where they already have the knowledge. Oh, Tucson.
Oh, Tucson just gets destroyed.
He saw those wards.
Lilac took a lot of damage as well. Cataclysm, Watch taking some damage. Lilac getting a bit low, though. There's the Zonias. Can they burst him down? Duke chasing Sanstar away, and Lilac will get taken out. This is the fight that Najin wanted. Sanstar ulted against wall, then stunned, a double kill for Zephyr. And that should clear the way for Najin to take this Baron if they want to.
And Frozen just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah,
now he's going to get it. Trying to kill Zephyr. Zephyr has the spell shield. He will not go down.
It's close. Wisdom has to be a hero here. If he can steal Baron, he might be able to delay things a bit more, but that's all they've got.
Wisdom
the giant
really has to be a hero.
Yes, he does. Coming in. He gets the, the Q doesn't connect. Yeah, no chance for Wisdom. They're gonna see
Zephyr dies!
Zephyr did die, actually. Yeah, Pure going after Wisdom instead of keeping his carry alive. Whoops.
Wow, Wisdom actually clipping through Pure's model right there and coming out the other side, so we avoided the Q as well.
Weird.
Wisdom with some nice mechanics.
Yeah.
And wow, Zephyr going after Wisdom with it just a tiny amount of life. Look, he knew, he saw the wards there, and there was another ward just right on the other side, so Tucson not the best map movement. Now Frozen is entirely zoned out right here. He just can't get back onto the carries. Look at Pure throwing a Q over the wall to make sure. Another Q coming in. So Frozen just zoned out on the flank for that entire fight. Najin doing a good job of one by one using their abilities to ensure that he couldn't engage.
Yeah.
But at this stage of the game, Baron now on to Najin. Zephyr, his first death of the game, but really an unnecessary one as well.
Well, we're seeing some problems with Najin here is that they've done such a good job controlling the game right up until the end, and then they get a bit sloppy. It seems like they're having a little bit of trouble closing.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, we saw the same thing with OQ last game.
Yeah.
Where they could have ended the game much sooner had he not kind of autopiloted his way into the base when he didn't see anybody around and was very easily picked. Duke leading the purple minion charge.
That's a big wave.
General Duke and his army of Baron-empowered minions. That is a very big wave.
Yeah, it is. And those are...
He's not even going to stick around. He's going to walk back in. Wisdom trying to escape from Watch right now. Does clear the Banshee's Veil. Duke with the flank.
Oh, here we go. They're going to try to come in. He dodges the charm, takes a bit of damage from Sanstar.
Dragon in 12. They want another 5-stack.
Yeah, guess so.
Duke up in the top side. Will recall. Does have teleport.
All right. Najin, can they poke someone out like they have for so many of the dragons this game? They've got IM in kind of an awkward position right now. Ooh, Watch, though. They need to be careful. They can't get poked out themselves if they want to take this dragon.
Lilac just waiting. Here's
There's
the
the
home
teleport.
guard engage.
Yep, coming in, and will he be able to get a good equalizer off on this? Lilac comes in. Duke almost Meganar again. He's about to change right now. There he goes. Oh, there he goes. There's a knock-up. Will they get the dragon? Wisdom there. He's ready to smite Najin. They're trying to take it. Another turret goes on the meantime. Oh, Lee Sin gets it. IM manages to steal that dragon. Wisdom may pay for it with his life. No, he even gets out.
Why is this
Wow.
exactly like the Jin Air game? Wisdom again with an ultra clutch dragon steal to prevent the 5-stack. And IM hangs on again. They have proven so tenacious against these top teams. They don't go down easily. And I don't even know why they started this dragon before they broke it out. Wisdom quite easily smiting that one. Kicks Watch out, knocks Pure up in the process, and does flash and W his way to safety over the back of the pit. Najin now, are they going to wait for another dragon? Or are they going to put down some pressure?
Well, we'll see.
Oh boy, this has been a very weird game.
Yeah.
After all of that early game dominance, Najin slips up a bit.
Well, slips up a lot, I'd say, at this point. This is a game that a lot of other teams and champions, I think, would have ended a while ago.
I don't know, Najin. You can see their immense individual talent. But this is that part of the game, too, where Karma really doesn't do much anymore.
Yeah, very true. They need to use her for like a big engage or something like that. Doesn't help a whole lot.
So Najin just going to play this one methodically, it seems. Don't want to take any more risks than they have to.
Yep, so now we're kind of waiting for the next Baron, I suppose.
Yep.
Or the next Dragon.
Well, it'll be Baron, yeah.
Baron first, but yeah.
Frozen
Well,
gets found.
You know, the only other thing that can happen here is if Najin happens to win a big team fight, then they can probably just end the game. But
Or IM as well.
oh, that's true, yeah. Really, whoever wins a big team fight at this point could probably just end it.
Especially since IM actually has another mid turret down.
Yeah.
They have that tier 2 down already, so they'll be able to push up just a little bit faster into that lane.
It's so bizarre that Najin hasn't been able to even clear that tier 2 yet.
Yeah, also a bit surprised. Good building very defensively now. He's got the cowl and the arm guard. Oh, he has enough money to finish his Zonya, so he'll go back and do that. Right away, finally giving him a touch more survivability. There we go.
Yep.
Hari with nearly 700 AP right now. She will be able to destroy someone with that DFG.
Yeah. All right, well, Najin back in the lane again. Here we go. This game has slowed down quite a bit.
Minute till Baron.
Yep.
Battle over the mid lane push continues, and now it's going to be Ward Wars one more time. Frozen very patiently biding his time
Yeah.
in the Raptor pit, seeing if anybody will be foolish enough to walk close to that wall where he can get the pick that may turn this game around.
They need to be careful they don't get hit with an equalizer here. They're very grouped up, and they're kind of bunched up in that, near that river brush. Okay, now backing off.
Watch has
Watch
actually
is-
been designated to go into the top side
Yeah.
and clear out that wave. Keeping Duke in the mid lane for the present. Just constantly harassing with that boomerang.
So when they see Watch up there, will they engage? It looks like they might. They're certainly getting aggressive now.
Well, the thing about IM is they don't really have good engage, especially
Sure.
against a team full of Banshees fails.
Well, they need wisdom to like pull an insect or something like that if you can cue someone that doesn't have the veil.
Yeah, I think that's a big if right now. Duke
Yep.
and Zephyr doing a good job running the front line with the Veils at the moment. And also Watch having one as well. And Veil, in the game that we saw Incredible Miracle play, where they won in Game 3, the Veil was really the key item against the RA because that shut down Janair's ability to land the charm onto the proper target.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
with
Duke.
the number of Veils being built this game already, and I'm sure Goong is going to be building one quite soon. IM may run out of options, just like Janair did when they played.
Watch QEing into the Baron pit again. A little bit of poke onto Frozen as he tries to clear out that ward. Nice poke onto Frozen. Actually, Gung may ult this. Yeah, he's going to go for it. And, oh, nearly kills
Got
Frozen, but he
ult.
poked him out. There's the recall. Can they do the Baron now? You're right, he did get the ult as well.
Nope, they're just going to clear wards, it would appear. They're not going to get the pink ward behind
Wow.
the red buff. Of course, with Frozen going back with home guards, it will be a very
They just lost their tier
rapid
2 at
return. Yeah.
Well,
Slow minion wave pushing up into top as well in favor of Najin, however, so sooner or later Incredible Miracle is going to have to do something about that. Rift Scuttler will see members of IM, and they're, whoa.
They just start Baron. They
Watch,
started Baron.
Watch went back.
Wow, and they're taking up Baron so fast. Is there anything Najin can do? Doesn't look like it, no. Baron goes to Incredible Miracle.
However, 16 seconds for Dragon. They're going to rush it right away. No more Sivir ult used for that engage.
Yep, that's right.
So it's going to be a Baroned up Najin
We've never-
or IM versus a 5-stack
I don't
Dragon.
think we've seen this before.
We did in Janair just the other day.
Oh, did we? Okay, well then, never mind.
So having this situation now, Najin with the 5 stacks, Janair with 5 Dragon stacks did lose to Incredible Miracle with the Baron buff.
Yeah.
But it's a very strained situation, obviously. Everybody from Najin going back. They have to clear out this wave before it takes out their inhibitor turret, and they leave themselves vulnerable. So interesting trade. Najin with the pushing power.
I am
But
taking a lot of control
30%
of the map,
extra,
though.
yeah, 30% extra damage to minions with the 5th Dragon stack. So the wave clear from Najin going to be very good. I am trying to lay a trap.
Nobody around though.
Wow,
Mosh pit. Let's all enjoy our Baron buffs. All right. Najin's gonna, I think they might have spotted Wisdom popping into lane for a second there. Well, they're gonna know now. And they're gonna, are they just gonna race this? They sent Lilac back. The recalls are happening.
You can't race a 5 Dragon team. They
Yeah, I was
do
gonna
so
say.
much more damage to minions and towers than you do. It's impossible. So they do have to recall and actually defend right here. Now, will they get enough damage down on the tower? This is going to go down so quickly. Oh, wow,
Now
2
Lilac
shots.
pushing up. Looks like they're going to fight. There they go. Equalizer coming down. Splits up Najin a little bit. They get over it very quickly with the speed, though. Duke turning onto Wisdom. Some decent poke onto Pure, but you know, again, he's not going to contribute a ton to team fights right now anyway.
And he can heal himself up as well.
Yeah. There's Meganar.
So that is ticking down right now. Will they be able to get enough tower damage?
Yeah.
Looks like probably not. Sivir a bit too short range. Continual poke.
Oh, here
comes
we go.
Wisdom.
Wisdom trying to get a kick, and he manages to kick Goong out. Goong Zonia's immediately. Duke trying to protect him. Wisdom still taking some damage. No equalizer again from Lilac. Goong with a kill there. Lilac has to pop the Zonias and a kill. That is it. Najin manages to take out Frozen and Lilac, and that should be enough. Sunstar all the way poked out, and it all came down to that last engage, and Najin wins the team fight, and they're going to win the game.
Yeah, they're pushing down onto these last turrets. I am, however, nearly coming up with another big win in such a strikingly similar fashion to the game against Janair earlier this week. They really did a good job.
Crazy stuff. You really can't count this IM team out until the very end, but it is the end, and there's a 2-0 for Najin EM Fire over Incredible Miracle. GG.
IM really does have some good shot calling with behind, and that's quite encouraging for them as a team. Stressful game for Najin, but they do pull it out of the fire. Had that large early lead, and after giving up a few critical picks, found themselves down a Baron, but bounced back just due to the sheer number of dragons they were able to acquire early on.
Yep. You know, and through most of that game, Najin looked very good. Duke crushed the top lane again. Zeph and Pure did just fine in bot lane, standing in for OQ and Kane, of course. It's a tough loss for IM, you know, again, like, so close. But they did have that win over Janair. They're looking better.
They won over Samsung as well. I mean,
That's
they
right.
just won their last 2 matches, so they can't be too frustrated. And now they tie up Najin in the standings. Both teams at 2-3, a very important win for Najin.
Yeah, but very important for Najin as well, too, that they got the 2-0 specifically.
Yeah, so that hopefully If you're a Najin fan, you can see them a little bit better from this point out. They're